Welcome to this installment of how Balintawak Eskrima influenced and impacted my modern Arnis. Something that we did in modern Arnis was block, check, counter. Really, really simple. He strikes and we got block, check, and then bang, counter, or bang, counter, etc. Now, here's the interesting thing. This ends up being a 1, 2, 3 action, so that what we've got is we've got separate action, separate action, separate action. One of the very first techniques that I was taught by Menong Ted was what was called sublig, meaning to cast. And doing it in the air, essentially what happened was you had your block and you had your check. Now, as this came down to your side, this slid down and you worked your hand underneath the cane this way. And at the same time, you did what I call, you flipped the pancake and bang, you struck. Now, this action here would have never been done in modern Arnis. You'd have had bang and maybe take this, throw that over and bang. This here ends up being what I call coordinated action. Two things going at the same time. So if you watch when I do this with my partner, okay, I've got this here. Now, notice, as this drops to my side, that rolls, and I've got my thumb on the other side of the cane, so I can still feel, and from this point, that flips over, while I've got this strike upside the head. So what happens is on your coordinated action, you're doing a couple of different things. The block, check, and counter, if you spell it out like I have up in the captions above, block, dash, check, dash, counter, you have a series of 3 moves that are coordinated one to the next and the next. Well, when I look at block, check, counter now because of Balintawak, I look at block, slant, check, meaning block and check are happening at the same time, and then counter. So what happens is I end up having more of a 1-2 type of motion instead of 1, 2, 3. So when he's got the strike on this particular technique, you notice how smooth that is. I've started doing that a lot with the techniques that I know in modern Arnis. And when I teach this to my students, I call it coordinated action. So you can play with this, but just this one technique right here opened the door for many, many, many applications for me.